Did you have a good daddy's day?
Not till now.
Because I had a good daddy's day.
Welcome, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. I wish you all could see what I'm seeing. I am Greg. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am being joined by everyone's favorite daddy, and that is Fleximus. How's it going, buddy? Or daddy?
Daddy. No, just, it's really funny before we got on. I feel like the name Kevin, it's the perfect name for somebody who would listen to our show.
Oh, well, hi, Kevin.
You know, when you said that, you were like, hey, we were joking around about the people not listening anymore, and you're like, see you later. Yeah, it's like, I feel like Kevin listens to our show.
Yeah, Kevin,
so
thanks.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks. It was good while it lasted. We're sorry to see you go. Down to zero. And joining us all the way from 2 exits down the freeway, everybody's best beer friend forever, Coley Riffick. Coley.
Hi.
What's happening?
Not too much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been a
Always
day. It's been 12 hours.
Been
maybe 24.
Yeah.
It's been 24 hours.
About 24, yeah. It's been a long 24 hours.
It has. I missed you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of tears on this side at least. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, glad to resolve that. Anyways, thank you all for joining. Really have a lot to get to today. What a fucking week this has been in the craft beer world.
You had a busy weekend, eh?
Jesus. I wish they'd spread this out a little bit. We have so much to talk about, so much breaking news, so much fun that we
jam-packed, just how you like it.
Yeah, not to be confused with jelly-packed, but we'll talk about that next week. Yes, lots of activities, lots of breaking news. First, real quick, if you're doing any shopping on the Tavor, don't forget promo code UNFILTERED, get you $10. Don't forget to follow us at Craft Beer Republic, Flex at FlexMeABeer, underscores in between, and of course, Coley at Ice Cole Beer with underscores after each and every one. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's get to the drinking. Coley and I have quite the big boy over here. Flex should open up an OnlyFans account and just dance naked to that song all the time.
I'm gonna start getting something put together for you.
Yeah.
Or for everybody.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Greg's only account. All right, we are drinking. This goes back to batch 306 a few weeks back when Deb was on the show, and we read a story about the most expensive fermented beverage ever made. And this is Urban Artifacts Astronaut Food Blackberry and Raspberry. It is 15% and has a 4.12 on Untappd. And if you recall,
you goddamn sell it.
If you recall, it cost around $1,100 per barrel. I'll tell you in a second why we're drinking it. From the brewery, they say this debut release in our new line of beers contains 600 pounds of freeze-dried red raspberries and 400 pounds of freeze-dried blackberries per 1,000-gallon batch. This is the equivalent of roughly 11,000 pounds of fruit when we fresh. So anyways, we talked about this a few weeks back on 306, like I said, and I believe the day after that episode dropped, Tavor was like, alert, here's that stupid beer you just got done talking about.
It was like $22 or something for like 2 cans or...
So, yeah, I think it was...
And they're small.
Yeah, these are not 12 ounces.
Yeah, what were they? Were they like 6 or 8?
They're 8s, the little 8-ounce fellas, and they're 15%.
Oh.
And yeah, I think it was in like the double digits per can.
I think it was at least $11. I think you because I ordered it because I had a crate open.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, something like $11 per 8-ounce can. More than $1 an ounce. I mean, that's like, hard alcohol prices right there. So
this smells like booze. Like it smells like a sherry.
Yeah, kind of like a brandy type of
sherry.
Yeah.
It smells like a sherry.
Like a sweet hard alcohol or hard A.
What's the ABV on that?
15.
We're getting fucked up tonight.
That's why we're splitting this one.
I feel it like, okay, it's not what I expected. It's tart, but it's so freaking warm and boozy. It's like a Christmas beer, like a cold day beer. I feel the warming in my esophagus.
Yeah, it's almost like a mulled wine. when you drink it. Like the
Ooh, I don't think I would like that.
The flavors are not the best.
Right. I would say if we're being real honest, I don't think I like it. It was one of those things where it popped up the day later on Sapporo. I was like, well, we got to fucking try it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was ridiculous. So of course we had to try it. But
yeah, we're dumb. So we're trying it. That's basically what it comes down to. Would I ever spend that kind of money on No, I don't think so. This is not great.
No, just the next dumbest thing that comes out. Hey, Nicole, you have a crate open?
Yep. Pretty much.
I hope you're proud of yourselves.
That might be a stretch. Look, you taste like a bunch of like random berries, and I almost get like a grape taste to it as well.
Yeah.
A lot of warmth from the booze. I don't know if you guys have ever had the 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head where it's like 19% or whatever. It has that same sort of burning that gives off, because when you're at that high of an ABV, there's no way you can avoid some sort of burn on it.
Well, yeah, you're going to get the alcohol no matter what.
And it kind of does taste just like a sweeter wine. Or, it's
kind of got that like real shit wine taste to it.
And if you swish it around your mouth like I just did, it's really earthy. There's a lot of
It's like mouthwash, right? It kills everything.
Yeah.
You're right. It kind of, when you swish around, you get like that fruit leatherness to it. Mm-hmm. And not in a good way.
No. I mean, look, I'll drink it because it's Monday and here we are. But
it's going down on a Monday.
But never again.
Yeah. It was fun to try.
You have another
can. It's a rare miss from Urban Artifact, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually pop out with the bangers, man. Even their regular fruited stuff comes out at like at 8 or 9%. So
yeah, Urban Artifact is always, I mean, everything I've had, I think has been good, but this is weird.
It's strong. And I don't think I need another one.
I do have one more. I always get 2 of things because that way I can like get pictures because I'm, all for the gram. But yep, that's enough of that.
If you feel like we need a mopey drop now, like a wah, wah.
What do we have over here?
No sad trombones?
No.
It's dark in there.
Yeah, really is.
Mm-hmm.
Really is, Huel.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, so we'll move on from this not great beer. Like I said, so much happened over the last week or so. Stone, Modern Times, Fig Mountain, lots of big beer news. Before we get there, we, as in Coley and I, had quite the weekend, of course, with Shannon as well. We got back from a field trip to San Diego.
The whale's vagina.
Where we
vagina. Classic.
were lucky enough to hang out with Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Flex.
Yo.
You missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's rad peeps. She really is.
I bet she's like the raddest of the rad.
Yeah.
She's pretty rad. And we got to meet Tiffany. It's Hoppy.
Yep.
And she is just a ball of fun. I adored her. I had so much fun with her. She has also such a great personality. She's super bubbly and outgoing, and everyone knows her in San Diego.
I don't know where we went.
People just come up to her. Oh, Hoppy Goddess. Oh my God. Oh, it's Hoppy. Like everyone just knows her Instagram handles and they all say hi to her. And it was it was a rad time.
It was a fucking blast. So
it's like being with a local celebrity.
Right? So Tiff was there, Vanessa, obviously, her husband, John Michael, who's the real beer bastard, Cuffed It and Craft was there the first night. The second day, Vegas Brunette met up with us. We ran into, I never know how to say it. Benico.
2004?
Yeah, from Vegas on the gram.
Husband and wife duo.
I didn't realize it was a duo, but yes.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Like the nicest people. Like they were.
Wait, like they both run that account?
I guess so. I didn't know that, but they
crazy.
I thought it was just Kim.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, so we met her and her husband, and they just happened to be at one of the breweries we walked into. We didn't know they were around. And of course, Jason from Hop Syndicate was there.
Oh, that's right.
Am I forgetting anybody?
I don't think so. I think you got everyone.
And then us,
yeah. Yeah, because you said Cuffed and Craft.
Crafted and Cuffed,
Crafted
or
and
Cuffed
Cuffed.
and Craft.
I don't remember.
Yeah, one of those two, which is also a couple.
Laura and Britt.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Friday night we went to West Brew. We went to Bay City. We went to
Half door.
Door, which I always get confused with third window. All these things that open and are the names of breweries. I love me some Half Door. Half Door is so good. I was so glad we got to go in there. And they had fried goat cheese balls. Jesus Christ.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Like, give me some fried
Wait,
goat.
well, like a cheese curd, but goat cheese?
Yeah.
But like a
That's
decent sized
super interesting.
ball of it. And it was so like crispy on the outside. It was life-changing.
It was necessary too. We were a little hydrated. And then, so after that, of course, Vanessa and her husband are on East Coast time, and it was like 10:30. So for them, it was like 1:30, and us West Coasters were ready to keep partying. So they went back with Tiff to her place. They were staying with her, and we found this bar called The Neighborhood, and we went there because they had a speakeasy. But the speakeasy had like a huge wait. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just cozy up to the bar, which is still a super cool looking like throwback bar.
Mm-hmm.
Real dim, like a lot of yellow lights. And we had Dark and Stormy.
So we had a cocktail,
Yeah.
the cocktail version, not the Firestone beer, because that was
Not the
absolutely
super, super great beer that you guys all love.
I would rather drink this one we have now over Dark and Stormy.
Yeah.
I would drink a pint of this over Dark and Stormy.
Absolutely. Dark and Stormy, the beer, is garbage. It's well documented on the show how much we can't fucking stand that beer.
But that cocktail,
Not bad at all.
it's like rum and lime juice. It's refreshing.
Yeah, some ginger.
Yeah, I could like drink that by the pool. I was like, how do you make a beer taste so ungodly awful when this is such a delicious cocktail?
Yeah, it's the first time I'd ever have the cocktail. I mean, we ordered it because
We
of
saw
the
it
beer.
and we're like,
we must.
oh my God, we have to do it.
Yeah.
It was for research.
Exactly. For science.
And then what else did you guys got Manhattans for your second
Yeah,
round?
that was
And then
good.
I got an old fashioned.
Yeah.
That's what I'm into.
Mm-hmm. I normally would go for like a Manhattan old fashioned type of thing, but I had to try the dark or the Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels, as Nick calls it. And then we saw on the menu a caviar bump, and I got wildly excited. So they put caviar, they make you kind of close your hand into like a fist. They put it like right here on the outside of like where your thumb and your forefinger are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you lick the caviar and you take a shot of beer, but you keep the caviar in your mouth to get the flavor, and then you try to swallow the beer and keep a little bit in your mouth, and then yeah, it was awesome.
It was the first time I ever had caviar.
It was bougie as fuck.
It was so bougie.
And I'm like, can we get some with chips, please?
It was
Gee, yeah, that sounds mega bougie. I don't know if I'm into that.
Oh, it's so good though.
yeah.
How hard was it to keep the caviar in your mouth while drinking the beer?
I don't know about you. I like swallowed half the caviar.
I ended up doing that. I
and
tried.
then took the shot of beer. I was like, I don't need a mouthful of everything. I'm still.
Oh, I swallowed it like with the beer. Some of it I tried to like hang on and was like, no, it's so expensive and so delicious.
So all I'm thinking is trying to push it to the side of your mouth with your tongue while trying to like. Sounds
Kinda
like
what it sounded like
a feet.
Yeah, like gargling with balls in your mouth. That's
Right.
exactly what it sounded like.
Yeah, we're all used to that.
Little
now.
fish balls.
Super, super tiny balls.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a blast. Then we tried to go back to third window or half door.
I think it was half door.
I keep getting confused. I love that place, but I always call it.
Are you guys still drunk?
I am a little bit. Yeah.
This, I think, is already kicking in. Like, I feel like my chest is blotchy. There's so much alcohol in it. Is it blotchy?
A little in
See?
the
Yeah.
upper chest,
Yeah.
neck region.
See?
Yeah. Little splotch. Not like you were the other day. You were nice and splotchy.
Was I?
You were shittered. Well, not shittered, but hydrated.
Hydrated.
So that was night one. Day two, we met up. We got breakfast, had some mimosas. Then we met up with the crew and we hit up North Park Brewing, Rip Current. Rip Current was hilarious because like we all settled up to the bar we're drinking, and Nicole goes to the bathroom, and as she's gone, the beer tender comes over and she just starts dropping off little like taster glasses like full of beer. Like it wasn't at the little mark, it was all the way up. And I was like, who ordered this? And she goes, beer shots. I was like, yeah, who ordered this? She goes, nobody. I want it. And I was like, okay. So she passes out beer shots to the entire group, and everyone's like waiting on Nicole. And so she goes, the beer tender goes, text her. I was like, if I text her, she's going to come running out. So I texted her. And then not like 5 seconds later, you see Nicole just running from around the corner. It was like a cartoon, like like Flintstones.
And they all started laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? Greg's like, I text you, and I said, she's going to come running. And here I was running. He's like, hurry, there's beer shots. I was like, must get beer shots.
Yeah. So the beer tender was great. She goes, I was like, what was this for? She goes, the party outside is a fucking wedding party, and they're being such assholes. I just needed a goddamn beer, and you guys look cool. I was like, all right, let's do it up.
She ain't wrong. Let me tell you that.
That's right. She was 100% correct. So we went from there. We went to Belching Beaver, which, we went to Seek, which is a new one. It's in the old spot where Epig started. They were fantastic. I guess it's like the former brewer of Urban South, I think is what Jason was saying.
Is that what they were saying?
I think that's what he was saying.
Someone was trying to tell me, and I think I had a little much at that point. Not a little much, but just enough that I was like, yeah, okay, I don't know. There's too much going on.
Yeah, I mean, the hydration was strong.
I did buy a sweatshirt from there.
That's right.
It was
cool
so cute.
Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And then we got to go back and like take a picture with the brewer in the brew house and all that. He was super cool.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot all about that.
Flex, you would have liked that place. A lot of fruited sours, a lot of hazies. Like, it was definitely your jam. And he made some really good beer.
You're saying that like you know me, Greg.
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Did we end up at,
that sounds super, super awesome.
It was good. Did we end up at Pure after that?
So then we went over to Pure, and then we went to Poorhouse, and then we went to Fall, and then everything was closing up except for Poorhouse because they're open until 2. So I think it was mostly at the suggestion of John Michael and myself that we go to Poorhouse and finish off the night with at least one more beer, because everybody always needs one more beer. That's always a great idea.
Yeah, it's literally the history of the world. It's the best idea.
Mm-hmm. Every single time. It's always the best idea. And then we Ubered back to Tiff's house because lo and behold, turns out she was like a half a block from where.
Didn't we walk home that night?
Yeah, then we walked home because we didn't know, but her house was like a half a block from our Airbnb. Just happened to be coincidence. I think did we have a beer there? I don't think we had a beer there. I think we just hung out for a little bit.
I think you had a beer.
Oh, did I?
I feel like you did.
What a dumb.
Shannon and I were like, I feel like you did.
I was thinking I didn't because I remember I was going to get one more at Poorhouse and Shannon gave me that look of like, really? And I was like, oh, I'm going to go close out. That's what I meant to say. I'm going to go close out. Apparently I'm plenty hydrated.
You're so much better than BDN. BDN's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. One more beer, please.
I didn't hear you over these 2 beers.
He's so terrible.
So I may or may not have had another beer back at Tiff's house. I don't remember. We went home and woke up the next morning pretty toasty and made our way back. And man, what a fucking trip. It was so good. The weather was perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody was so much fun. You never know what you're going to get when you meet people on the gram in real life. Like we met Neknosh a few weeks ago. We didn't know. I mean,
she's a dreamboat.
Yeah, we figured Erica would be great, but you never know. Or maybe her husband could be a total douche. Not at all. They were both amazing.
Yeah.
Same thing over the weekend. Like, we had such a good time. There was no like weirdness or fighting.
No, it was awesome. It was like, honestly, just meeting with people that you've known forever. It was so cool. Just meeting up with friends, having beers.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that a crazy feeling?
Yeah. Like, what a time to be alive that we're meeting people from other states because of social media and beer. Like,
the gram.
It's crazy.
Thanks to our alcoholism, we're making new friends.
Yeah, I love that, though. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Duke of Drinkability and I actually did that today.
Oh, yeah?
We met.
Oh, it's Burger Monday.
I passed on the burger, but we met Sunny Sippin on the gram and her husband, Beer Brewing Nuke. And then also I finally met another home state guy, Nosy Neighbor Brewing.
Okay.
But yeah, that all went down today. So it's just, it was like the same thing, just sitting at a table, drinking beers with people that you feel like you've known forever, just talking to them like they're your best friends. So
it's so much fun.
It's
so
really
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, even like Coley and I basically know each other because of beer and social media in a roundabout way. I mean, I hit up Wiley before I knew any of you because I was like, hey, the Booze League, that sounds like something we could do a collaboration with.
Yeah.
Back in the gentleman days. And he's like, come on out. And then we went out and you guys tagged along. And with Nick, it was love at first sight. And
it was.
Him and I
remember you guys left
since.
and I was like, God, they're like the nicest people. Like, I want to be fucking friends with them.
It was like Wiley, why'd you bring those assholes around?
No, I was like, I need to put them in my pocket and save them for later. Like, they're cool people. And it only took like 6 or 8 months.
I think it was almost a year.
Was it?
And we ran into each other at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, hey, I don't know about you guys, but we're going to get fucked up across the freeway. You want to come with? It's all downhill from there.
Yeah, inseparable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Love it first.
Beer.
Drunk.
Beer. Yeah, that's so sweet.
So.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the cutest story I've ever heard.
I know. It's our meet cute.
Exactly. So, but man, what a fucking weekend. So much fun. Thanks to everyone who was down there. Thanks to Tiff for like sort of half organizing.
Yes.
All that stuff.
She pretty much did.
And getting people together and to Vanessa for being super anal when it comes to scheduling and making make a schedule of some sort. I can say that Nicole very much appreciated that.
I'm a planner. I got you, girl.
Yeah. What a fucking blast. Come on out. Now we need to go to Miami. All right. What else? Oh, speaking of Father's Day, Daddy. Pedals
Daddy's
and
Day.
So creepy.
That'll be a drop. Daddy's Day. Pedals and Pints out here. We all know head brewer Monica. She was on the show a couple months ago. She did like a little brewery tour.
Momo Go-Go. She's super great.
She's
right.
the best.
She is the best. She did a brewery tour for Father's Day. So I took my dad because he had never been to Pedals and got like a flight and a pint and a pretzel and a little tour. And then the rest of the time, like, wasn't the largest group in the world besides our little group. So Monica just kind of hung out with us. We shot the shit, talked about whatever, and drank some more beers. It was a good time. So shout out to Monica for a kick-ass Father's Day.
Daddy's Day.
Daddy's Day. And then the other thing, it's 4th of July weekend coming up here. I saw a fun fact today that I thought I would share. Apparently, American adults will spend about $1 billion on just beer alone this weekend.
Good for them.
Well, I will be part of that spending.
Yeah.
I have another fun fact. Did you know the 4th of July lands on the 4th of July every year?
What? How do they do that?
Mind blown.
Wow.
How did they get that? That's so crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. I have a buddy whose birthday is the 4th of July, and he's from China. And I remember when he got his citizenship, and he showed me his thing, and it had his birthday on there. I was like, are you lying to get it citizenship that your birthday is the 4th? Like, are you trying to look extra patriotic? Like, it's
extra American?
Yeah. I was like, they're going to check up on you. He's like, no, I swear to you, it's the 4th of July, and it's so annoying now. I was like, yeah.
That's so funny.
I was like, but you always get fireworks.
The year on his license is like 1776 too.
It'd be amazing. Or even 1976, like the bicentennial. It'd be so good. But he gets fireworks on his birthday every year. So that's
Would it be
sweet.
the tricentennial this year? I mean, this
Yeah, 2076.
Yeah.
I guess. Tricent.
Yeah.
What else would you call it?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry,
if we make it that far.
Tricentennial sounds so much cooler than bicentennial.
I'm just thinking ahead.
I'm try.
I don't know. What's Yeah.
I
will. I'm just hoping to get abducted by aliens before then.
Yeah, that's if there's a country by then. We'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who's to say you haven't been already?
Oh.
Well, my butt didn't hurt, so they didn't probe me at least.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's how you
their
know.
technology is so advanced. That
I don't know. I feel like people have said their butt hurts after they've been abducted, and I've never had that feeling. So
Their lube technology is better than ours. It slides right in.
I think they're just misusing the word abduction with orgy, and then they wake up the next day and
with drugs.
it's like embarrassment.
Yeah,
it's just embarrassment.
Oh, I must have been abducted by aliens. Yeah, had too many drinks last night.
My butt hurts.
That's what happened.
Yeah, sure wasn't a little anal? Like, no, definitely wasn't anal. I do not do that.
It's the other A. It was abduction, not anal.
The other hard A.
Anal? What? No. I gotta go.
No.
Aliens. Yep.
It'd be great. Did you say anal? I did not. I said aliens. It's close.
And aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens. Oh my God, this is as bad as Boston. We're just flying down this rabbit hole.
Good night, everybody. Oh, too good. All right, we got a voicemail from the homie Chew Your Beer. Flex has a beer to talk about, and like I said, so much breaking craft beer news. Let's listen to Chew before we find out about Flex's beer over there.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Yo, Craft Beer Radio, Chew Your Beer here. Guess where I'm calling from? Friend Fest 2022, Cellador Ale. I'm hanging out with my boy, Tony motherfucking Bags.
Yo, what up, though? How we doing?
So guess what? I came
It's
in
the
here
homie
VIP.
Bags.
Wifey hooked it up Father's Day. I
Daddy's
thought I was
Day.
going to be lost, nobody to hang out with. Fucking Tony was here. There does not exist. Poured beers for him under the tent. I guess it was a blast because every fucking body donated beers to me that I'm taking home to drink. And just a quick little FYI, amazing day, homie. This was off the hook. LA Brewers Guild, amazing job. Hats off. I met the Hop LA. I met the Brewers Guild aficionado. Everybody from North Park Brewing to Highland Park Brewing. I have Sanadarius ales. I've had some crazy shit and some good shit, and I had an amazing fucking time, homie. I wish you guys were here. But other than that, I just want to say I missed you guys. Wish you were here. It would have been fucking even better. But Greg, maybe next time. This is awesome, bro. I'm helping fucking Tony Bags shut it down. And that's it. Picking up, cleaning up, and sweeping, homie, because I'm the Mexican. That's what happens, right? Other than that, homie, this is True Beer and
Tony Bags.
A la verga, homies. I te watcho. Peace out, eh?
Tony Bags sounded like a NASCAR.
Man, Tony Bags.
That's oh my God, what did we say? There was a Saints player. Oh God, and Breeze threw a ball to him, and my friend was like, Jimmy Graham, when he caught it. That's what it was. I'm like, who was the player?
Tony Bags.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, those two together,
I've been a Saints fan for a long time, so.
Back in the good old
Fair
days. Yeah, first of all, Bags is badass. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but he showed us around There Does Not Exist when they weren't open and gave us the fucking VIP treatment.
Oh, we really did. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
We wanted to go to that beer fest. It just, I feel like between Firestone and the 14 Cannons one, and then this past weekend, Institution, and this past weekend of like all this beer and drinking, it was
yeah. Well, had we gone to that one, it would have been 3 beer fests in a row, and then the next week would have been San Diego. Our livers would have been like tapping out at that point.
Ouch.
So, but yeah, it did sound like a blast. Cellador is great. Hopefully they find a new place to.
Hoping.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because that's the fest of the people that are closing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Right.
Closed down fest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they went out with a bang.
Yeah.
It sounds like from Chew that they did.
Yeah, sounds like it. So hopefully they find a new spot. And Chew said he's going to provide a more detailed recap next week. So we'll see if we get a voice note from him.
I thought it was pretty detailed. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking. He had some fucking great beers and some fucking crazy beers, and then he hung out with Tony Bags. I mean, what else do you need to know?
Tony Bags.
I think he
Sounds like a day.
Yeah, I think he hit everything there. So, anyways, 805-538-BEER 2337 if you want to call in. All right, we waited long enough. It's time to answer the most important question of the night.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers. Only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Oh.
Wow.
Then we back.
He's warming up.
All right. So tonight I am drinking. It's not as big of a it's not as
Easy for you
big
to say.
of a boy as you guys, but I'm drinking a triple New England IPA by Youngblood Beer Company out of Madison, Wisconsin here. And you know, we always dig on Untappd,
especially their users.
every now and then. Not so much Untappd at all, or like as overall, but you're right. The users who judge by not beer styles, but as what they like the taste of. So this beer is called I Got My Cicerone on Untappd. Batch 2.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty comical and everybody would enjoy it. So it is a hazy triple IPA, double dry hopped with Eldorado and Idaho 7 Lupamax, and it's a 9.5% ABV. And relatively super new can release. There's like 7 Untappd ratings currently right now. Maybe that's just some boycotting Untappd because of the beer name. I don't know. But the can reads, this can holds a note from the true believers. Half a star. Trust me, I have access to the internet. I would have used Citra. This hazy triple IPA uses Eldorado and Idaho 7 Lupamax for a cleaner hop profile without the astringent notes from aggressive dry hopping. But let's not bore you with some science mumbo-jumbo, Greg.
Sorry.
Tell them how it tastes, Steve. Tastes like fruit, specifically like stone fruit and super ripe watermelon running down the corners of your ever-growing smile. Whew, that was
Sounds
a lot.
Sexual.
It's up to the reader who believe that. Anyway, this
1 star. How is it?
This is delicious. So what I really like about Youngblood, and I grab all their triples that they release because the can art is rad. The teal label, it's kind of simple.
Pops with that white.
Pops with the white. The $13.99 for 9.5% 4-pack, which is super, super Flex approved.
Yeah, we paid that much for one 8-ounce can.
Yeah, shame on you guys. So the best part about these beers is they take, I don't know, it's not like a super juice bomb as you would normally get from like a New England.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you really do get those almost like West Coast notes from it, but like not that super, super absurd bitterness on the end.
Okay.
So it almost tastes like a classic IPA without the tongue ripper offer of all the
not gonna
IBUs
strip the
and
enamel
whatnot.
off your teeth.
Yeah, I mean this is just like it's just super. It tastes like a super, super well brewed beer, and I every time they release one, they sell at a certain spot in the state or around where I'm from, and I make sure to stop there every time that they send it out.
Nice. So you give it 1 star on Untappd, 2?
Yeah, I actually gave it a 4.5 today.
Nice.
Just to let them know how much I appreciate this.
You're certified now, buddy. You're a Cicerone.
I got my Cicerone on Untappd.
Sounds delicious.
Does sound good.
Sounds way better than what we drank.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I feel bad for you guys.
My esophagus is still burning. It's almost
You're
as bad
drinking
as the salsa.
astronaut food.
Yeah, it's kind of like drinking cough medicine a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That burn.
Oh, it's not nearly as bad as that salsa, though. Jesus Christ.
Whew. Wait,
Still
the hot
hurts.
salsa?
Yeah, the Firestone salsa. I just listened to that episode today. I was dying.
Was I?
Oh,
I was
good.
pretty dead on, right? Like I didn't
No, you
fudge any facts.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just remember you guys going to the water and Shannon and I just jetted for the beer and I was like dying.
It was coming out of all of our eyes and noses and sweats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like I said, tons and tons of breaking craft beer news over the last week or so. I was going to talk about the fact that Stone asked the court to require Molson Coors to use Keystone as one word and not break it up into Keystone, and then make them ban Stone or Stones from packaging and this and that. And then the judge said that Stone and Molson Coors have to fight it out amongst themselves and they have 20 days to sort it out because he doesn't want to deal with it. That's bullshit and poppycock at this point.
What did you say?
Poppycock. I said cock.
Daddy.
I like that popcorn.
Yeah. Poppycock.
Poppycock. It's delicious.
But the real news here, as of, I believe, Thursday night at 11 p.m. when I got the alert on my phone, Stone to be sold to Sapporo for $165 million.
Which leads me to my question. What are they going to do about their other $100 million of debt?
I think it's even more than 100. I was going to bring up the fact that they're not even coming close to what they owe their investor.
No, I thought it was like 253 some odd million dollars.
I believe it's in the threes.
Sheesh.
Either way, it's a solid $100+ million in debt they still owe on top of that $165 million they're getting from Sapporo. I can only imagine that Sapporo is going to have to absorb that at some point because now they own the joint. So
then essentially you think they probably bought it for $450 million.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I mean? If you absorb the debt, then that's essentially what you're doing.
Right.
And then you're also getting a company like Stone for a steal.
I'm sure that they gave Greg and the other co-founder a hefty little retirement, and then the rest is all debt payoff at that point.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess. I could go through the internet and find the hundreds of clips of Greg saying that he'll never sell out and big beer sucks and all that stuff. But you can do that yourself, people. Every YouTube video that guy's ever made basically talks about, we'll never sell out. So boy, did this come as a surprise, though not an incredible surprise knowing their financial status. So it's weird. It's hard to process.
A rough one.
Yeah.
But hey, the article said Sapporo bought Anchor and they increased their sales by like 45%.
Yeah, they're actually doing better than before Sapporo owned them.
Yeah, so
so it's good for Sapporo, or good for Anchor. And the other thing is, like, Sapporo didn't seem to fuck with Anchor. Like, it's still doing the same shit they always did as far as beer production. Coley and I were talking about that we always get the Christmas one from Anchor. Even though
yeah. It was
technically big beer. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, that's still good. So we'll see what happens with Stone. I mean, it's big beer now. It's so weird. It's like, it's what I grew up on in the craft world, and like Cali Belgique and Stone IPA were my gateways along with Mammoth Brewing, and it's like, all right, well, we'll buy then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, every single one that you start seeing that got big is starting to sell out.
Yeah, and I mean, good for the co-founders who get to probably not have to ever work again. I'm sure they're living pretty.
Yeah.
But
we're suffering with big beer now.
Yeah. One less brewery in the craft world.
So then will you ever buy another Stone beer again?
I mean, never say never, because man, do I love some Chocovesa at Christmas time.
So I was just thinking about, like, and I love their notorious POG.
I don't think they'll make that anymore. They haven't made it in a couple of
years.
That
one was really good.
Oh, it was amazing.
One of my favorites.
That was really good.
So, we'll see how much I'm craving a Choco at Christmas time, but that'd probably be the only reason I ever bought one again.
Likewise.
Okay. Yeah. I think if you go back to like every Christmas episode we've ever done, it's always like, it's not Christmas without a Chocovesa. And then I drink that and play the drop-in at the Yule log.
It's just tradition.
Yeah.
And some traditions just have to carry on.
Yeah. So we shall see. More breaking news. Longtime Firestone Walker employee, Sour Jim Crooks, parts way with the company.
This took me by total shock. I want to know what happened.
It's so weird. He put out a very generic like letter saying, dear fans, I'm leaving the company. It's been a great run. Nothing like fuck these guys or I'm retiring or anything like that. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping he goes on to maybe start a sour brewery or something.
Maybe they blame the dark and stormy on him.
Well, if that's the case, then fuck that guy.
Yeah, get it the hell out of there. How long was he with Firestone, though? Was it like 20 years or something?
I think it was like 21 years or something.
My God.
That. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's the reason for their entire sour program and
all their barrel aged stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So sad news for us Firestone fans out here. See what happens next. And then Fig Mountain, which is a local brewery out here, is going
I don't even eat figs.
It's going to take over some big LA beer spots. This was huge and weird news because out here, I mean, it's pretty well known that Fig Mountain was having some really big financial issues fairly recently, and then all of a sudden they're like taking over 3 spots. So this came to us from Hopped LA. 2 of Southern California's most influential craft beer brands are teaming up to run 4 brew pubs and bars across LA. Fig Mountain Brewing Company will assume management of the iconic Echo Park craft beer bar called Mohawk Bend, as well as 3 brew pubs. The Stalking Horse in West LA, Broxton Brewery in Westwood, and the former Bluebird Brasserie in Sherman Oaks, which I've been to. The brew pubs will be operated by the Fig Mountain Brewing team led by head brewer Kevin Ashford. In Sherman Oaks, the former Bluebird Brasserie space will reopen later this year as Fig Mountain Lagerhaus. The brew pub will be exclusively dedicated to craft lagers led by Ashford and brewer Brian Waters, and will have a very traditional German aesthetic with a beer hall.
Words,
man. An outdoor beer garden and German pub food. As far as the other new spaces go, there are big updates coming to Westwood's Broxton Brewery. The location is relatively small brew system, but that will be advantageous for brewing smaller batch brews. Inspired by the crowd of UCLA students and local hospital staff, the location draws it will become a pilot brewery testing out experimental brews for the company. Nearby in West LA, Stalking Horse Brewery will become a Mexican-inspired brew pub called Agua Santa Cerveceria. The location will require the biggest overhaul of all the locations in terms of design and space. And soon, thanks to the new brew house, Agua Santa will expand its own brand under the Fig Mountain label. Agua Santa is a Mexican lager they make, and now it's going to have its own brand, kind of like Arrogant Bastard and Stone. They'll start brewing different Agua Santa beer varietals, including a higher gravity lager, an amber, a negra, and even tequila and mezcal barrel-aged beers. That sounds awful. I hate tequila-aged beers.
So do I. The only one I actually really liked is there's a tequila merkin or something, and it's delicious. I thought it was going to be terrible, and it's really good. It's a Firestone beer.
Okay, interesting.
But the Agua Santa Negra,
is it good?
It's my favorite beer that they make.
Oh, okay. And then Mohawk Bend will have the fewest appearance changes in the new partnership. You're not going to see any major changes at Mohawk. I think, if anything, it's just going to be reinvigorating the space, said co-founder Jamie Dittenhofer. Just refocusing on craft beer. Mohawk Bend is really an opportunity just to be more in the craft beer community in that area. Echo Park is an unbelievable area with great people that support Mohawk Bend. We want to inject life back into it. So super weird. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, Fig Mountain does not make the best beer in the area. They make a couple of good beers, a bunch of just, fine restaurant-y beers, kind of like a BJ's type of, because the food's good.
Wait, what'd you say?
BJ's?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did I pique your attention?
Love that place.
Yeah, it's great. Love me some BJ's. Restaurant's not bad either. So it was just weird between that and the financial issues that have been reported about. It's so weird to hear that they're taking over 4 spots in LA
but those 4 spots were all owned by the same person also. So it was the guy that opened Golden Road and sold it.
Right.
And he opened up 6 different spots or something because they're still Tony's Darts away, but they didn't.
I thought they closed though, didn't they? Tony's
I think
Darts?
that one's still
they're
open.
Still going? Okay, good. Yeah, it's so weird. The whole thing is strange.
I don't understand it.
It's weird. Very weird. If I can just
might
say
be
one
like a
more time,
last hurrah. Let's put all this money into this and see if it pays off.
I mean, it kind of feels a little modern timesy. Like we're gonna expand really quick and see if we can't kill ourselves.
Well, nobody said it was a good idea. I'm just saying maybe that's what they're doing.
Well, speaking of which, finally, Modern Times went to auction.
Oh.
And Anaheim's Brewery X was the winning bidder at $20 million. Most people have never heard of Brewery X before this auction. I've heard.
I was going to ask if it was if it was an anonymous brewery or if that's the actual name.
No, that's the name of the brewery. But
okay.
I've never had them. A lot of people are like, who's Brewery X? Like, if you're not local to Anaheim, like you haven't had them really. I don't see them anywhere. I don't think they distribute very far.
So where'd they get 20 mil?
I don't know. They must have some sort of investment firm behind them or something. It's very strange.
Weird.
Yeah. Even weirder was this company called MTD Asset Acquisition offered more money. They offered $21 million and they were denied. Brewery X still won. And then as of Monday, a judge approved the sale and the winning bidder must submit full payment within 7 days. And the sale closing must be no later than July 14th. So, I mean, this is moving quick. Brewery X is going to be the owner within a couple weeks. And I heard
if it's an auction, doesn't that just go to the highest bidder?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I know sometimes there could be some weird contingencies, like we'll pay more, but we want like a longer closing period or something. And
okay.
So that
kind of like buying a house.
Exactly, like shorter escrow. So that could be part of it. It's super weird. I read today that
You're
Modern
excused.
Times.
You are excused, Greg.
You're such a gentleman. I read today that Modern Times is looking to borrow more money just to operate for the next couple of weeks until they're not owned anymore. So like they are real out of cash.
Why wouldn't they just shut down?
It's weird, right? Just close your doors for a couple
just
weeks.
Yeah, just what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, don't ask me.
Couldn't happen to nicer people.
Yeah, super strange. So we'll end it with a funny one. A drunk 16-year-old on a scooter crashed into a police cruiser. Don't drink and drive, kids. We're drinking
Scoot.
Yeah. Scoot.
Drink and scoot.
A 16-year-old boy on a scooter allegedly hit a Boston. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Boston.
Where's this going?
Let's say one of the Van Duzas was on a scooter.
Where the fuck is this going?
Yeah. He left the pack and he hit a cap. Hit a Boston police cruiser with an officer inside early Saturday morning while intoxicated. And police say that they then recovered a loaded firearm in connection with the incident. The teenager of East Boston was riding his scooter in the wrong direction in the area of Helen and Bernard streets.
Learn how to ride your scooter.
In Dorchester, shortly before 3 a.m. when the crash occurred. There was also a 16-year-old passenger from Jamaica Plain on the scooter. Hey, 2 people on a fucking scooter? Like, what's going on here? Who tried to run away while holding a fanny pack tightly to his chest. Officers found a discarded 9mm Beretta firearm with an obliterated serial number along his flight path. The passenger will face pending charges in Dorchester Juvenile Court, according to police.
It's fucked up.
the youth these days. Fucking youth. Okay. That's all I got. I'm going to hit some music over here. I'm going to say, well, we already said hi, Vanessa. So
we did say hi. So
we
hi
can say
again.
bye, Vanessa.
There you go. Bye, Vanessa. Follow us at Crappy Republic, Flex at FlexMeBeer _ in between, and Coley at Ice Cole Beer, and find her on the Boozecast sometimes.
Every month.
Yeah. Every some amount of weeks.
Their loss.
Yeah, exactly. Find her here probably more often. craftbeerrepublic.com, 805-538-BEER, and mail at Craft Beer Republic. I do think that's everything. I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.